In this video, you will learn the fundamental laws of success according to Myles Monroe. Most of the information in the video is based on his statements. Myles Monroe was a Bahamian evangelist and ordained minister, professor, author, speaker, and leadership consultant. He founded and led the Bahamas Faith Ministries International and Myles Monroe International. He was also the Chief Executive Officer and Chairman of the Board of the International Third World Leaders Association and President of the International Leadership Training Institute. Dr. Monroe was the author of numerous books as well. Stay until the end, you will thank me. Number 1. The Law of Vision. Now I would like to define what Vision 1 of is. Vision is a conceptual diagram of the future. Now this word sounds like a big word conceptually, but it just means image. Image of vision is a picture of the future. A second vision is a visual representation of your purpose. Your purpose is your challenge for your life. Vision is someday you will see them in pictures. Thirdly, vision is a glimpse of your reason for being. I have a dream. Little black boy, I have a dream that a man will no longer be judged by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. Saw Dream It, Martin Luther King. Saw something, is he in your government, your country? Has a leader who says that. I have a dream. I see a country where the roads are paved and the people are happy, where education is available to all and health is available to all, where peace strengthens our castles and people, where people are happy at home. There are no broken houses without conflict, and there is no crime. If there are people who have dreams, I have dreams. If there are people who have dreams, they just want a job. We need leaders, young men. We need leaders, young women, pastors, businessmen. We need leaders, not just entrepreneurs. This is your country. You hate it. What do you see now? People lying on the streets. Jobs for young people. Unmarried, pregnant women. What is your vision? We need leaders here. We need people with vision where there is no vision. You need a leader. I was sent here to disturb you. What is vision is the recognition of your divine mission. Vision is your imagination. A favorable future. Do you want to see more than anything? Vision is the ability to see the invisible and believe that it is possible. Vision is the ability to see beyond your eyes and believe that it is possible. Live in the illusion that it also benefits others. Number 2, the law of vision. We have to start learning the principles of priorities. One of the greatest secrets to living effectively while we are here on Earth is understanding the principle and power of priorities. Our life is the sum total of the decisions that we make every day, and those decisions are determined by how we place our priorities. How we use our time every day eventually defines our lives. Keep in mind, life was designed to be simple, not complicated. And the key to simplification in life is prioritization. Identifying the correct priorities of life is the key to a successful and fulfilling life. In fact, all that you do will lead to a good outcome. So then what is the principle and concept of priority? Simply put, it is understanding what is most important in your life. Everything else will line up under that. Our decisions are then made with that in mind. Keep in mind, if our priorities determine the quality of life and dictates all of our actions and behavior, then it is essential that we understand and identify our priorities. It will cause us to be most effective and productive kingdom citizens. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but life without a purpose, which will lead to an unproductive life here on Earth. Dr. Myles Monroe puts it, life with the wrong priorities. Keep this in mind, life's greatest challenge in knowing what to do and when to do it. Life's greatest mistake is to be too busy but not effective or productive for the kingdom. One of the main great failure in life is to be successful in the wrong assignment. You must learn that success in this life is measured by the effective use of one's time. Did you know that your time is the true measure of life? I make it a priority to study and read every chance I get. And being that I am retired from my former employment in New York City, I stay before the Lord at all times, seeking more of the kingdom and his right way of doing things. Before continuing with the next one, if you like this type of content, subscribe to the channel and leave your like. That would help me a lot. Now let's move on to the next one. Number 3. The law of passion. Passion never takes no for an answer. Passion comes from a strong purpose, and even debt can't stop that urge. Guys, when something needs to be done, let me tell you, no one can stop you. You have to go to work. Do you go to work because you are paid? Think about it. In other words, if you could stop what you're doing and still be happy, you haven't found your purpose yet. And music. If you could change jobs, and if you could do something completely different, and still be happy that you haven't discovered your purpose yet. Seeing what you were born to do satisfies you. That's the only thing you can do. And that's the only thing you're obligated to do. Which is, friends, what are you living for? That's the only thing you have a duty to do. That's where you went wrong. People have no obligation in life. Music. By the way, if you have an obligation to accomplish something in life, don't give up until you've done it. That means your obligation is lifted. Retirement. People who find their commitment in life. People who find passion in life. The meaning of life. He never thinks about rocking chairs. They never dream of golf courses again. They dream of dying, leaving behind the words, "It's hard." To do I eat the problem is that people are not achieving their goals. That's why they have no passion. What have you discovered? Wake up in the morning and eat until you wake up. Is there anything more important than you haven't found your purpose yet? When a person discovers his purpose, a passion arises within him and he cannot even eat food. They don't even go on vacation. I have a passion for life. So there are times when I beg for a break. When a person finds his purpose, he has changed. They have no working hours. Only people with jobs have working hours. Purpose has no working hours. Then they have no working hours. They wake up and just go to work and stay until work. They fall and die. Great men of history. If you look at it all, that's how they lived their lives. That's not the secret of life. I mean, Paul, what a man that was. He preached all night until a man fell out of a window and died. We have to discover something that makes us. There's a reason to live beyond death. We know Martin Luther King was a great man. Unlike all the humans who discovered his goal, he had a very difficult mind. You know, many years ago when Martin Luther spoke from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, people heard his statement and they heard the great speech he gave. Such a dream. Many of you have heard the dream. Hey, I've read it before. Not a great speech. But the greatest message this man ever gave was, did you know it's not the one on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial? This message was given in a small church in Alabama that could probably only hold a few hundred people. At that service he spoke, and I remember hearing that speech, and I said to myself, that's the greatest statement a man has ever made. What it was, he's made it before these people. And at that point they were threatening to kill him all over the country. He knew there were people outside who didn't agree with his philosophy. But he was born to do what he did. You could see it in his eyes. You could almost feel it. You could know it from every word he said. Words from this man's heart give clues about his passion and his goals. This was, he said, it doesn't matter anymore. Well, those are powerful words. What are you waiting for? This is it. Look, you can never change the world, and it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter what they do until you say it doesn't matter. You can't influence your generation. It doesn't matter what they plan, what they do. They can't stop me. Why am I already dead? Determination is mine, says I will. Two of the most powerful words in language, I will. Benjamin Israel once said that nothing can resist the will of man who endangers his existence, that scope of purpose. In short, I do it or die. Look, this is powerful. This could be the day that changes your life. The world has a strange way of putting aside when someone says, I do it or die. The man says, I'm going to climb a mountain. They told me it's too high, too far, too rocky, too difficult. I have never climbed this mountain before, but for me, it is the mountain that I should climb. Soon you'll see me waving from above and dead, 'cause I'm not coming back. When he said it didn't matter anymore, he became a dead man. How do you do a dead man? I can kill you. Have you found a dream that can make this come true? Even if I say that, it doesn't matter anymore. Yes, that's my case. It's written on paper because it's very clear what I was born to do. I wrote everything down. I'll write down my life details for next time 50 years, so I'm about 95 years old. It should all be over soon. And you know that makes me very dangerous, because it means your opinion about is delayed. If you're threatening to kill me, you better shoot now. If you're going to stop me, you better get all the armor you can get. Why? Because you've discovered something more important than your threat. That's the purpose. Success requires passion. Success requires passion. You know, the weakest thing in people's lives is they don't have a plan. I talked to a young woman yesterday. Did drive me, and I told her, I said, your vision life. She says, I know you ask me that, and you say, you know, I don't know what you want to do with the rest of your life. Everyone wants things to get better. Everyone wants. The poor don't want. Something should tell you. It's that the future doesn't get better through hope. It gets better through hope. Plan, it says, I'm leaving it to God to put the plan on paper. But how to do it? He says, he answers. He says, whatever you dream of, write it on paper. What I put inside you. Anything, write your mind, write down. Whatever you see in your visions, put it on paper, no matter how big. That means when you start dreaming about yourself. To own a hotel, he says he'll write it down. He'll give you a room description, a parking description. He'll write it all down. And he says, don't worry, it will cost $10 million to build. You look at what we're doing. We're trying to do God's work. We're trying to explain how we do it. Paid. Please, he says, no, let me answer. Please walk away. Explain to me. You write the plan on paper. See, I learned something. If you don't stick to the plan, you will fail. Well, in that sense, it's even more important. You don't have a plan. You're going to fail. That means God is watching your steps. If you have a plan without God has nothing to direct. That's why you're alive. Until you take the pill on the TH day in the post, cookies will crumble. But there is a way to fail and erase. There are blocks in people's lives. No sense of direction, no sense of system, no direction, no plan. This kind of drifting from place to place, job to job, just things and problems. Problems. If solved, you haven't actually had that dream. Jesus, the master teacher, said, don't just listen. The world praises doers to make it harder for you. Whatever you need to do, read more, set goals, work towards them. And what I'm talking about is that your biography is not your destiny. And that's the problem. It's not what you went through, what you decide now. It's what your life decides. What you decide every day of your life. Free yourself from the chains of the past. God said this about something very important. If you're not ready to take risks, you can't grow. And if you can't grow, you can't be the best. You can't do it. And if you can do it, you have to do your best or you won't be happy. Number 4, the law of leadership. Your leadership is not simply something entrusted to you by a group of individuals, but it is God's original plan for you to lead. Then you have the leadership ability and spirit to be an effective leader. You are not designed to be a leader over people. You are designed to be a leader over a particular gift, and your leadership over that gift must influence others to join you. You must discover yourself and that particular gift that you must lead. Vision is a clear picture of what could be in the future. You cannot lead effectively if you do not have a vision. That is, a clear sense of the destination your leadership wants to lead people to, or the purpose you want to achieve. For others to follow you to the destination or goal to which you want to lead them, they must reach, if not exactly at least, an appreciable level of awareness of what you have conceived and of your drive. What this means is that your leadership must be open. Share your purpose, vision, and plans with your followers. This will make their leadership more effective, since they are clear about what they are following. Your leadership must be guided by clearly defined principles and values. That is, it must have guiding rules or restrictions that guide your actions as a leader. These values should include controls that will keep you committed to the purpose and vision of that leadership, and controls to maintain your character and integrity as an individual. Leadership is the ability to influence others by inspiring them to join you in the pursuit of purpose. The key to inspiring and influencing others is the passionate pursuit of your purpose and vision. Until people can see your conviction and passion for the task, they will not be convinced and will not show any passion for the vision. The test of passion is the tireless search. As stated in the true leadership motif, true leadership does not support injustice, tear people down, or imprison them. Instead, true leadership is a service to humanity. You must work to create an environment that empowers people, making them better than they were. The leadership environment will offer many opportunities and freedom for the leader to do what he wants. But just as the leader must be guided by principles and values, the leader must also be disciplined to commit to and protect the purpose he pursues. If as a leader you are not disciplined, you will lose the purpose of your leadership, and you will be trapped in frivolities and endless activities. It takes discipline to stay in the cause. You must learn to channel all your resources to make the most of your leadership. Your resources include time, energy, people, money, and material resources. If you do not consciously channel these resources to work towards the fulfillment of your vision, they alone will not make your leadership effective. Management simply means delegation of authority. A true leader is a good administrator. Since humans are one of the resources that the leader possesses, he must be able to help his followers maximize their potential to make positive contributions to the leadership vision. Every true leader knows that he cannot do it alone, so he leads his people correctly to achieve the purpose. Number 5, the law of teamwork. According to Monroe, the 5th law of success is the law of teamwork. This law states that teamwork is essential to achieving superior results. When we work as a team, we can combine our individual strengths and skills to achieve far more significant results than when working individually. Teamwork gives us the opportunity to harness the power of collaboration. By working together with others to share ideas, knowledge, and perspectives, we can develop more creative and effective solutions. Additionally, teamwork is the driving force behind achieving common goals, as it motivates each other to strive and support each other to achieve success. When you work in a team, you can also learn from others. Each team member has their own unique experience and knowledge, and sharing it deepens understanding and improves skills. Additionally, teamwork fosters an environment of trust and mutual respect, allowing for open communication and constructive conflict resolution. In other words, teamwork is essential to achieving good results. By combining our individual strengths and skills, harnessing the power of collaboration, and working towards a common goal, we can achieve more meaningful and satisfying results. Thanks for making it to the end. If you like this type of topics, leave a like, and I advise you to visit my other videos.